It's probably synced. I mean, we can only assume that it's going to be synced up just fine.
That's correct. That's all I'm going to do. Is just assume that it's synced up.
And if it's not synced up appropriately, we'll just call it spooky.
Yeah. Oh no, there's a ghost. There's a radio ghost.
This podcast is haunted. That's why it sounds off. Oh man. Do we start with signature banter, or do we just roll right in
I
now?
thought that was our signature banter.
Oh, that was the signature banter.
Hey,
Wow.
It can't all be fucking gold, all right? I'm not Midas. I'm pretty close, but I'm not Midas.
Yeah. All right, fine. I'll just say it. I'll just say,
Hey, welcome to Hands Up. Was that a good impression of you?
I literally thought I was saying it. That's how good it was. Do we not like the hey?
No, I just, you know.
Hey, and welcome to Heads Up with Jeff and Sean. I'm Jeff.
That sounded like you were pulling someone over on the side of the street, like to give them a flyer. I'm Sean.
Will you take this flyer?
Hey, come to my show later. We're like jazz fusion. We're like jazz Asian fusion.
Have you ever handed out flyers?
No, I don't. Not on the street, like a peasant.
Damn. This podcast, we do a few things. We're going to discuss a candy that we have eaten. In the middle is going to be, at least in 2017, about wizards, because I'm dense and have a hard time figuring out what basic things are that everybody knows. And to start off the episode, as always, we're going to jump into Kyle's Click.
The internet gave us...
No, I feel like I'm not doing Kyle's Click. I think it's dead.
I offered to kill it last time. You said no.
Yeah. I wanted to hunt and kill it myself. It's dead now. I'm announcing live on the radio. Kyle's Click is dead.
There's been a murder.
Yeah, murder on the Heads Up Express. Let's solve this mystery. It's me. I did it. I confess. Instead of going to jail, everybody on the train cheers. Thank you. Yes, thank you, Stella.
She's so excited. That's why I didn't want to do the podcast when they're not here, you know? That's why I had to go get her.
Oh, wow. That last bit was kind of racist for a dog.
Stella, other people live around here. You can't just yell at them. You got to come to terms with it. That was unnecessary. Okay.
Jeff.
Yes.
Tell me everything you know about zebras.
Everything I know about zebras. I hear that they sound a lot like horses.
Really?
If you hear them walk,
okay,
they sound like horses, right?
Okay. Oh, I mean,
because isn't that the saying? Like if you hear like a hoofed animal coming at you, you'd think a horse, not a zebra, because a horse is more likely around here. I guess unless you're in like, where are zebras from? You know what? That's part of what I know about them. They're probably from the Sahara. Nope. What, Savannah?
You just need to stop.
Georgia?
You just need to stop.
I was under pressure. No one told me I was going to be talking about zebras.
What? Well, how was your response? Oh, here's how you identify them by sound. How is that ever anyone's response to being asked about an animal?
I'm just saying they must sound a lot like horses because there's that saying about expecting a horse and not a zebra.
No, there isn't. That's
there
not
is
a
one.
saying.
I swear to God, I don't know what it is.
There's not.
There definitely is one.
There's definitely not.
Look it up.
All right.
Look it up. I guarantee you there is.
All right, okay, yeah. You know what? Hey, guess what? I have an internet connection, motherfucker. So I am going to look it up.
Well, you do that. I'll tell you that I would assume they sound different than horses. Only from The Lion King, that one spot when they're doing the Circle of Life song and they go on the zebras and it's like a weird fucking alien noise that they make. I've never heard a horse make an alien noise. Not once. They neigh. They whinny. But whatever these zebras noises they're making, it's not right. Did you find that saying about horses and zebras?
Yeah, I did, and it's from a 1940s saying that a medical professor instructed his medical interns. So it actually doesn't have anything to do with horses really and zebras. It's...
What is it? Just read it. Just tell me what it is.
When you hear hoofbeats, think of horses, not zebras.
Yeah, exactly.
How is that the first... How is that the first... You couldn't say that they have black and white stripes. How is an obscure medical lesson from the 1940s the first thing that just sprang to mind? You fucking lunatic.
I'm not... I'm not going to let this go. They don't have black and white stripes. They are either black with white stripes or white with black stripes, but they can't be both.
Oh, sweet dog. So it sounds like you actually knew a relevant thing about zebras instead of medical advice from the 1940s. You couldn't have opened with that either?
Oh, I'm sorry. Is medical advice from the 1940s not appreciated? Did it not pioneer the way to modern medicine. It's never lupus. Have you ever seen House?
I think the 1940s was when they were like electrocuting gay people. So maybe don't make that your hard stand.
They still have electroshock therapy for gay people at weird church camps. You know that.
That's not like go to a hospital and do it though. Like that was the 1940s. The 1940s were like, oh well, your son doesn't really love football. All right, well we'll just shoot lightning into his head until he does or dies.
Why do you always bring it around to electrocuting gay people? I don't understand that about it. I've been cutting it out of the podcast every episode. I'm leaving it in this time.
It's because you're so adamant that it keep happening. Because you love the 1940s and just that aesthetic. Jeff, no. I just think that, gay people shouldn't be electrocuted to death as part of medical practices like you do. So
I will not stand for being accused of a stance that I do not take, okay? I won't stand for it. I don't think they should be electrocuted,
I don't know,
okay?
man.
Unless they want to be electrocuted, then they can be electrocuted, but not against their will, okay? I only want gay people electrocuted if they want to be electrocuted. That's my stance.
I'm just saying, when I hear hoofbeats, I think of horses, not zebras. So
it's such a good saying that I didn't really remember, isn't it?
It is. It's a pretty good saying. No.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought it up.
You're welcome.
The order of your
knowledge about zebras.
Yeah. It's pretty strange.
Now I want to say they're white with black stripes, but maybe that's just my own little worldview because I am white. But are they from Africa? So maybe they're black. But that's also racist, right? Because there's a lot of white people in Africa.
Yeah. How about you cut that last part out? Yeah, that was pretty. That was ooh boy. Yeah, they are African. Zebras are from Africa.
Mm-hmm. There's at least one on Madagascar, I think, right? Or Madagascar 2.
Oh, the fucking movies? I thought when you first said, I thought you were actually talking about. I was like, I don't know if there's any in Madagascar. I don't. How would I learn that? I don't. There's only one. How do you know that? Is there a zoo?
I feel like you really knocked my train of thought off about how much I know about zebras, and I could get back on that train and try to figure out more that I know about zebras. But what do you know about zebras, Sean?
Well,
okay.
So instead of getting back on that train, why don't you climb back in that saddle? There's 3 species of zebras.
Ooh.
And they're divided up like they are elves in a fantasy book. There's plains zebras. There's mountain zebras.
Damn.
I did not know that there were mountain zebras. That sounds awesome. And I'm going to click that link and look at pictures hopefully later. And then there's one called the Greaves zebra. It's clearly named after a person because it's a capital G, R, and then it's got an E with a little accent over it, VY. So let me just see. I don't give a shit about plain zebras. I learned about them in fucking elementary school.
Everybody knows about plain zebras.
Everybody knows about plain zebras.
Unless it's spelled differently. If it's spelled Plane, then I do not know about them.
No, it's not like an interplanar zebra.
Okay, all right. Because
we're not playing Magic the Gathering, you fucking nerd. It's always with Dungeons and Dragons, and it's
I don't know if you know this. I've only made it like 5 minutes into a Magic the Gathering game and was confused and stopped playing forever.
I didn't know that. I know you don't play when we play. Which is cool.
Tapping mana? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna tap 2 mountains to cast a zebra. So the mountain zebra, oh man, Wikipedia listed as a threatened species.
Threatened by who?
I don't know.
I'm sorry. Threatened by whom?
Thank you. First of all, yeah.
Language is a gift.
However, in a sexual genetic study that included 295 mountain zebra specimens.
Have you ever asked a woman if they want to be part of a sexual genetic study?
I plead the fifth. This isn't about me.
Isn't everything about you?
Most things are. Oh, shit! This mountain zebra thing has a map where they have a distribution ranges of mountain zebra species.
And there's one right behind you.
There's one on Madagascar.
Yes!
There's fucking 1 dot. I don't know what that means because it won't show me how many a dot means, but...
Home of the mountain zebra. Do they look different than regular zebras?
Kind of. They got fat heads, fat little bodies, and the black stripes seem more pronounced, like thicker.
Oh, okay.
Than a plain
zebra.
So
they're just fat zebras.
Kind of.
Do they have a better center of gravity for the mountains they climb?
The picture they have of one is just like one standing in a dirt field, and I can see trees behind him but no mountains. So he's kind of a piece of shit. And I just forgot everything I ever learned about mountain zebras because I don't care about them anymore.
Wow. I was going to say, is a capital M like the other kind of zebras? Maybe it's named after Jim Mountain.
No, they didn't capitalize it.
He got a bunch of zebras, kept them in captivity, and overfed them, so they got large heads and fat bodies.
You know what fucking rules, though? The Greaves zebra. I want to say
Yeah.
gravy zebra, but I have to. I don't know how this.
I'll just put this out there. We've never once got a tweet or an email or anything about being corrected on something. So I'm going to say we're right like 100% of the time.
So that's because now that Holly no longer listens, Brett actually was just half an hour ago. He was telling me he is now the sole 100% of the audience, and he told me that Kyle's cut had to go after I was complaining about it. So
you'll listen to Brett, but you won't listen to me when I try to kill him.
No, my friend Nick also said that he listens sometimes. He didn't say anything about.
He didn't say anything about Kyle's Click because he loves it.
He hated it so much he was embarrassed for me that I was involved with it. Listen. This is all nonsense. The gravy zebra is also known as the imperial zebra.
Oh, damn.
Why would you go with some asshole's last name when you could call them imperial zebras? That's awesome. That fucking rules.
Do they wear like white plastic suits and helmets?
No, but they should. Oh my god, every one of these imperial zebras is a combination stormtrooper Darth Vader. They get the black and white. Up to 9 males may compete for a female outside of a territory. Oof.
Ugh.
Sounds like down at the bar.
Why is it specifically 9 males?
It says up to. I don't know. There's like a cutoff at 9. Like a 10th dude shows up and they're just like, come on, dude. You read the Wikipedia entry. Get the fuck out of here. Zebras are just as cool as horses, I think. Because they are basically, I mean, they're equines, but I just think calling a dude a stallion is always funny to me. And that's just like what they're called. Like a male zebra is a stallion, so. Stallions that are unable to establish territories are free-ranging and are known as bachelors. Tell me about it.
Don't I know it?
Dude, fuck you. You just got engaged. You can eat shit.
You can't take those jokes away from me.
I can.
Okay?
No, I can. That's what happens when you get married. You can't do that stuff. You have to do like fucking basic sitcom, not like, nah, my wife won't let me go to the football game.
I had to call it my ball and chain, right?
Yeah.
In the world of comedy, you can't respect your wife.
Yeah.
At all.
Take my wife, please, right? Oh, when females are not around, a territorial stallion will seek the company of other stallions. Nice.
Oh.
The stallion shows his dominance with an arched neck and a high-stepping gait, and the least dominant stallions submit by extending their tail, lowering their heads, and nuzzling their superior's chest or groin. I think I've seen pictures of that on Tumblr.
It's amazing.
Maybe it wasn't zebras, but
I have to like find a YouTube video of this amazing gait they must have when their necks are arched.
do it right now.
Come on.
And I'm gonna find a video.
You know I'm terrible at finding things.
Let's just, while you do that, your honest opinion though. This segment is fucking killing. Everyone at home is laughing, just deep belly laughs. And Kyle's Click was weak. If Kyle's Click were a zebra, it would be nuzzling my groin right now. How about that? How about that?
Are we always going to talk about zebras?
You can pick an animal next time, dog. I want to learn shit.
Okay. We're going to learn about animals? No. Sorry. You know I'm terrible at Googling things. I can't figure out what it looks like. I'll do it later, okay? I don't have an hour to try to Google something. I can't do it.
How long it takes you?
It sometimes takes me a long time to find stuff on Google, okay?
Okay, YouTube, Imperial Zebra, Dominant.
No one said you were bad at it. I'm just saying I'm bad at it.
Stallion.
Can't just show me up.
Zebra tries to kill foal while mother fights back. That is not at all what I asked for, YouTube.
Yeah, the internet is stupid.
I'm looking for like gay stallions getting it on, not fucking snuff films.
Stallion on stallion.
Dude, the second video.
Action.
The second video. Zebra stallion kills another stallion's foal. Jesus Christ, guys. I'm not as sold on zebras as I was 5 minutes ago.
They're a lot more violent than horses. I don't know. Maybe search for horses. Maybe you'll find the same thing, but damn.
I think we're going to save horses for when we're done with the podcast, and the whole episode will just be about horses and seahorses. Every kind of horse.
The podcast, just about horses.
Just about horses. I would prefer this to be a horse fan cast, but...
There must be tame zebras that people ride like horses, right?
I don't know about that. So I can tell you, the imperial zebra is wild. Let me check the others. Man, the plain zebra is also known as the common zebra. Yeah, no shit, because the other fucking zebras are imperial zebras. How do you stand up to that?
Well, there's definitely pictures of old guys on zebras. I don't know.
Ooh.
You should do that Google search. Like the first 5 or 6 images are just old guys on zebras. I don't know what kind of fetish it is, but I switched to my phone, and then I left the Google search. I hit enter, and all I got to was man ride, and then I hit enter on my Google search. It's ruined. It's ruined. I have to get a new email address.
The fucking NSA is on its way to your house. These fucking perverts looking at old men riding zebras. So I found an article. I found two articles. I mean, there's an article on Business Insider called "Why Humans Couldn't Domesticate Zebras."
Well, common zebras they probably could have.
Imperial
zebras.
Yeah, good luck. Can you imagine just like you're out in the wild and an imperial zebra shows up and he just starts fucking dishing out commands. He's like wearing a little crown, making decrees. I am the imperial zebra. You will not ride me. Decree number 1: no riding.
Do zebras just eat grass though?
I don't know, man.
And like the flesh of their foes.
The imperial zebra, yeah.
Do they have the kind of stomach for grass? I don't know. Do horses eat grass? I don't know. I think they're like grains, right? They eat grains and
like fucking oatmeal, like what they're fucking.
Yeah, Quaker oatmeal. They eat Quaker oatmeal.
Making like little bowls in the morning. I don't think so.
Imperial zebras like apple cinnamon. Quaker oats. That's right here.
Man, I gotta tell you, I am pretty thrilled reading about zebras. Just like a lot of these articles are like when they make distinguishing things between. It sounds like I'm reading a magic card, or like a Dungeons and Dragons monster manual about zebras.
Well, someone did write about them on the internet, so it was probably a fucking nerd.
They occur in a variety of habitats such as grasslands, savannas, woodlands, thorny scrublands, mountains, and coastal hills. Like, yeah, no, those are your major manotypes. Yeah.
Oof, they have a hindgut fermentation system.
What is that?
It's a highly specialized metabolism and digestive system. It uses helpful bacteria to digest plant fiber more thoroughly than most herbivores.
Oh.
I think that's basically like a cow's digestive system, which is probably why most cows are also black and white.
That's pretty fucking...
Like zebras.
That's pretty deceptive of zebras, though. They're like taking the engine from a Honda and putting it in a Porsche. Like, they look like horses, but they fucking digest like cows. Like, no thank you. One-off attempts to tame individual zebras may or may not have been successful. Domesticating them, like breeding captive herds of zebras, specifically for humans to use and ride and chain up and whip and, all the stuff that people do to animals, has essentially so far been impossible.
That's weird.
Saying zebras are bad-tempered, easily agitated, aggressive when cornered.
Is this why you wanted to talk about them? You found your spirit animal?
No. I'm much more like the noble, I guess, rat who flees at the first sign of conflict to survive another day.
Why are zebras so bad-tempered?
I don't know. Part of it, they're saying, is that because they're smaller than horses, carrying a full-sized human on their back tires them out faster. Which brings out their worst qualities because they get like tired, and then people are like, "I'm not where I want to be without walking yet." And the zebra's like, "Get the fuck off, dude! I'm fucking tired, man."
Has anyone ever shoot a zebra like they do a horse? Maybe that'll help.
Oh, you think that's why they shoot horses? they like make the horse kneel down in front of a grave that they made it dig. Other horses looking on. This is what you get. This is what you get when you step out of line, you son of you cross humans. This is what you get. They fucking put 2 in the back of his head.
I said shoe.
Oh, okay.
Like put a horseshoe on them.
I thought you said shoot. That's a crazy way to execute a horse.
Yeah, I don't take kindly to animals disrespecting humans. So, you hear that, Stella? You hear that? All right, sorry.
Yeah, dude, Stella's like, what, 2 feet long max? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
She's been bred to be a fucking purse dog.
She also gets tired very easily and cranky.
Yeah.
Horseshoeing them might help, right? Because I find it easier to walk in shoes than barefoot. But
yeah, but when you put your shoes on, do you nail them onto your foot from the bottom?
If I didn't have toes, yeah, probably.
I don't know, man. I don't think I'd be, like, thrilled with that. That seems like a pretty unique kind of torture. Like, all right, let me just fucking nail this metal to your foot. Like, dude, knock it off. Or I'm just going to, like, put a bunch of weight on your back, and then I'm going to hop up on this saddle, and then, like, you're going to go where I want for as long as I want. So one of the other things this article said, though, that, and this is speculation, but because zebras kind of lived and evolved with humans in the area, they were, like, less afraid of us. whereas European animals didn't, like the horse. Yeah, this doesn't make any sense to me.
The horses weren't around us as much, so they were afraid of us. So when we tried to tame them, they were like, "Oh, okay, this person means business."
Yeah, maybe.
Whereas zebras saw early man just like masturbating in a corner or something, and was like, "Ugh."
Well, okay, so part of the argument they're saying is that zebras are hardwired to view us as threats, like evolutionarily, because we were coexisted for so long, and we were like, I guess, taking them down to eat
Instead of trying to ride them immediately.
Yeah.
Somebody messed up.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Oh, shit! Zebras are the animal responsible for the most injuries to zookeepers every single year.
Oh, for real?
Holy shit, when was this article written? 2014. Oh my god. But the dream of a domesticated zebra lives on. As recently as 2013, a teenager in Virginia, Shay Inman, attempted to train a zebra to bear a rider. This is a link. Hold on, this is a link. I have to know that this went terribly for her.
They're dead.
Oh man, this is basically like, every movie about a horse and a young girl?
Yeah.
Basically what this sounds like. She wanted more of a challenge. After seeing the movie Racing Stripes, a 2005 film about an abandoned zebra who has a dream of racing with thoroughbreds, and doing all the research and talking to the people in Texas about their zebras, I agreed we'd get one, said someone related to her. Her mother.
I mean, I've been inspired by movies before, but not that much. Especially not one as classic as Racing Stripes.
Racing Stripes 2005. Check it out, guys. Probably at the bottom of the bargain bin in Walmart. Well,
did she win any races or not?
I'm not seeing any.
Everything about her is referred to in the past tense.
So the zebra's reward for a good job was a flavored ice pop. That's what not being rich will get you. Being a working man, just being a working zebra. You work all day. You're making this little girl's dream come true of emulating the film Racing Stripes 2005. Check it out now, probably on DVD, definitely on VHS. And what do you get? What do you get paid? You get fucking a flavored ice pop. Oh my!
And how rich is their family? Because I mean, owning a horse isn't cheap. So I'm imagining finding someone to sell you a zebra, buying that zebra, and then the upkeep cannot be cheap.
They split the $10,000 cost to buy him, her and her mother. So they're rich white people basically trying to just be fucking no respect for them. Sorry.
Do you respect them more, or like rich weird people that like will try to domesticate like a cheetah?
I would rather
like
you try to domesticate. We
leash.
already have horses is the thing. We don't need more horses. We got it. One done. We got equines. We locked them down.
Yeah.
Horses. We're good. Thank you.
Yeah, paint stripes on your horse.
Yeah. There's that Russian guy who's domesticating foxes. Excellent. Good. Thank you. We don't have foxes.
They're basically like half dogs, half cats, though.
Right. And we have dogs and cats, but we don't have anything in the middle. Whoever that is, that dude is filling in a gap. This lady's just trying to emulate the movie Racing Stripes 2005. Catch it now.
I guarantee you the person who wrote Racing Stripes doesn't care that much about zebras.
Yeah, I would be surprised if Racing Stripes had a writer. And so now at the bottom of the article, this lady's mother, while going through a divorce, moved to Charlottesville for a job at the University of Virginia's hospital. The zebra shares a pasture there with horses on the sheep farm, where the mother is renting a log cabin. If we get the right price, we'll sell him, the mother says. My daughter is busy with school, and all I do is pet him and feed him treats.
She's already sick of him?
Already sick of him. All I do is pay attention to him and treat him right. Get this guy the fuck out of here.
The right price sounds like lower than $10,000 because it doesn't seem like it did what you wanted it to do. And you're looking to get rid of it.
Oh, man.
Does it get along with horses? Does it know it's not a horse?
I don't know.
Do horses know it's a zebra?
Horses, donkeys, and zebras all evolved from a common ancestor, which lived in Europe and North America around 55 million years ago.
If zebras evolved from horses, how come there are still horses?
That's not at all what I said. I said they all evolved from the same common ancestor.
Prove it. Where are they?
They evolved out, dog. Learn your science.
You're not making any sense.
I love how science articles are written, because when they talk about like species dying out or evolving away from the thing that they were, they always do it this way. And this is a sentence in the Business Insider article. The North American equids, parentheses, members of the horse family, close parentheses, disappeared about 8 to 10,000 years ago. Dude, they didn't just disappear. They fucking died off, or they became something. Like, they didn't just vanish like in the middle. Like, oh boy, it's almost 11:30. Let's just all fucking fold into the eighth dimension.
They're all now seahorses.
Let's dive into the ocean and become seahorses with weird tails. Like, nah, dog, they died out. Just say died out.
Disappeared, just like that scientist's family mysteriously disappeared one day.
Yeah. I mean, they evolved into someone else's family. Whoa, horses were initially kept as a food animal.
As in, like, just to eat them?
Yeah, like livestock.
Damn. You think they taste good?
I don't know. You could probably get horse meat.
I don't want horse meat. I want zebra meat.
Have you ever eaten glue?
Not a lot of it.
That'd be terrible. You sit down to eat horse meat, it just tastes like some Elmer's glue.
Need salt.
Oh, you need a lot of salt. You need some purple marker.
I won't believe that it's zebra meat unless it also has stripes.
Just stripes all the way through.
Yeah.
It's not just the fur. Oh, all right, Jeff. We've had a lot of fun talking about zebras, but...
Yeah, we did.
Whoa, did we talk about zebras for like half an hour?
Yeah.
God. Yeah, Kyle's click is dead. I'm sorry.
There's still more we could learn about zebras.
There is, I know. Do you want to just talk about zebras for the rest of the year? We'll just pick an animal a year and become fucking experts on it. What do you want to? What do you want to do? 2018. What kind of animal?
I don't want to mess this up. I want to puffin.
Ooh, puffin's a good one. Any kind of bird, I think, really, right? Toucans, right? They're big on cereal.
They say follow your nose, but that beak's more like a mouth. So toucans don't actually have noses. They just have two holes on the side of their beaks. They have a giant fucking mouth that'll crush hands, bones.
I thought you were going into like a pickup line. Like, oh, okay, I guess we could make up pickup lines for animals. That's okay. I didn't expect it.
I was like, what kind of pickup line starts with follow your nose? That's disgusting.
I don't know. I thought you were going there though. Hey, I agree. It was disgusting. All right, I'm done popping off about animals.
Okay.
We learned a lot about zebras today. We had some fun. It's time to make these zebras dig their own graves in front of their friends so we can fucking put two in the back of its head. These zebras, we'll ride them yet.
Finally tame them.
We'll ride them yet.
No one's ever tried it, probably.
Yeah, can you imagine just like they always probably like, oh, I'll put a saddle on it and I'll like run it until it's tired and then I'll get on. No, it's a psychological game, not a physical game.
Exactly. I'll get it to trust me with a freeze pop.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I liked Racing Stripes in 2005. All right,
but I'm trying to get us out of this segment.
We're out of there. Now we're talking about this movie we watched so I can understand wizards more. The movie is 1993's Disney classic Hocus Pocus.
I already wish I was still talking about zebras. So
that's because you didn't watch the movie.
2003, right?
1993.
1993. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Catch it now. Your favorite time travelers convention. Now on Betamax. So I saw this movie. It was on TV the other night. Okay.
Sure.
And I was eating dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I eat in front of the TV. I don't want to brag, but.
Ooh, Mr. Rockefeller.
I couldn't make it 5 minutes.
Did you start at the beginning?
Yeah. Yeah.
You couldn't?
That's the problem.
Is this the only time you've even attempted to see this movie? Have you seen it in its entirety?
I don't think so.
At
it's
one
like
point
so.
in
There's
your
these
life.
three witches, right? And they're
So far, so good.
and they're
Finish describing the poster.
they're played by famous actresses, right?
Yeah, you got it.
Name one for me.
There's Bette Midler.
That's the one. She was featured prominently in the part I saw.
Yeah.
I had to go. I had to bounce.
You're not a Bette Midler fan?
Not in Hocus Pocus.
Sarah Jessica Parker, huh?
Oh boy, no. No, I do not. I don't think I've ever seen her in anything that I've liked her in.
Kathy, what's her face? Kathy Najimy or whatever?
I don't know who you're talking. I was going to say Bates.
The third witch.
This movie would have been probably amazing if Kathy Bates was in it.
So do you need me to summarize it for you?
Oh boy, that'd be a real
Spoilers?
favor to an old friend.
Be a real favor?
That'd be a real
Okay.
favor to an old friend here, Jeff.
So you watched the first 5 minutes.
No, it was like I watched 5 minutes in the first 20 minutes somewhere.
So you didn't watch at the beginning.
Well, it's close to.
You're a damn liar.
The first third of the movie should be set up, so I should have.
I tell you what. You tell me what part you saw. From when to when?
They were like these three witches. No, stay with me. Stay with me here. Okay. So they're in like a cabin of some kind, right? Their house, maybe?
Yeah, they live in a house. Yeah.
They live in a Sounds like
Got it.
humans.
They're wearing clothes. Go on.
Ooh, no, I think we watched a different movie. Bette Midler was actually not.
Hocus Pocus.
All right, chill.
All right.
Come on.
Jesus.
And you know it would be
Pocus Pocus.
No, it would be Horace
Right.
Pocus. Come on. Get your porn title
Sure,
game on point.
Poke is already there. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Exactly. Thank you. So there's some kids sneaking up on the house.
Okay.
They're like looking into the house.
Mm-hmm.
Not change the channel. Well, Bette Midler was like, "Oh, I think there's kids here or something. I'm gonna give an order to someone else," and I was just like, "Oh boy."
Here's the thing. You could be describing the beginning of the movie. You could be describing 3 different parts of the middle of the movie.
So whose fault is that, though? Okay, that's not on me. That's not on me.
Some of it's on you.
No, that's not on me. That's on
you.
the writer of Hocus Pocus, whose name escapes
All
me.
right.
Although I definitely did know it, of course, at one point.
So I'll summarize it for you. See how it goes. Okay.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Ooh.
This segment is.
I heard you were
Jeff.
going to tell me about Hocus Pocus, and I got tired.
The segment's called Jeff, Movie Summarizer.
We've had this segment before, haven't we?
Yeah. All right. So the year,
Hey,
Sean. I'm going to
Jeff.
paint a picture for you. Okay.
Jeff, hey, hold on one second.
Yeah.
Before we do this, I'm having a
Okay.
lot of fun on the podcast right now. I just wanted you to know that. Please continue.
Okay.
Please continue.
I'm going to paint a picture with my words. Okay.
Yeah.
The year, 1693.
I thought
Okay.
you said it came out in 1993.
It did. The movie takes place 300 years later, but the opening scene takes place in 1693.
Is the kid wearing leggings?
On All Hallows
in that
Eve.
part?
No, but he's wearing just an amazing shirt. They should bring those shirts back.
Was it a tunic?
Maybe.
Did it go down to his
I'm not
knees?
smart enough to know what a tunic looked like.
Okay. Was it a dress for men?
It was shorter than that, but yeah, it had the same loose fit of a tunic on the top, I believe.
Sorry, I know.
John, I'm trying to explain this movie
I know.
that
Please
you
go on.
refuse to watch.
Please go on.
That was free on TV, and you couldn't even stand it. All right.
I was gonna be.
It's 1693.
I was trying to eat.
October 31st, 1693.
Halloween.
Okay.
Yep. Please continue.
Young Thackeray Banks wakes up. It's not even dark out yet. And for some reason, he's looking for his sister because she's not in the bed next to him. I don't know how houses worked back then.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, he looks out to the sky. You know what? This is going to take too long if I describe every scene. So let me speed it up. Let me speed it up.
The moon full, low in the sky, bright. The reflections of the sun.
Panning shot.
You can tell daylight
so-
is far away, but still his sister must be found.
You didn't see the movie. You don't know.
Panicked, we cut to Thackeray rushing through the woods. Please go on.
Anyway, so these witches did an enchantment to get his sister to walk to their cabin so they could steal her life force with a life spell so they would become young again, so they could live longer. Okay? Zachary tries to catch up to her. He's too late. She's dead. He still tries to, the witches, they turn him into a cat that lives forever as some sort of weird punishment. But they've also let the townspeople know that the girl's gone there, and they all show up and they hang the witches just after they do some sort of spell or incantation that will bring them back to life if a certain criteria is met.
I've seen part of this movie.
I know you have. Everyone has.
I saw.
You have to have seen this movie.
I saw this part. Thank you for describing it. I was at Planet Fitness in last year, and it was on probably around.
We get it.
this
You work
time.
out.
So
Fucking stop bragging.
Yeah, I saw that part, and I remember thinking, "This is a kids movie," because there's like a long
Yeah.
shot of like a hanging body, where it's just like, here's some dark, depressing woods, and here's a dead body that was hung by its neck until it was deceased. Who's having fun? Hey kids, you want to go trick or treating?
Fade out and fade into a teacher telling the end of that story in a classroom.
Yeah.
Okay.
And some kids in this class accidentally let the women come back to life somehow.
You're just guessing. Let me tell you.
No, that's what happens.
We go to young Max, freshly transferred to Salem, Massachusetts from California. You can tell by his tie-dyed shirt and laid-back attitude. And everyone thinks it's funny that he's from California and has opinions. And then he hits on a girl, and the girl's not interested. So he goes home all upset.
Oh shit. Yeah. And there's a party later, right? And then that girl is dating a guy who bullies the California kid, and then they dare him to go into the haunted house, right?
No. You're thinking of a different movie?
What movie am I thinking of?
I don't know. I'll explain my movie, then you explain yours, and I'll try to guess what fucking movie you're talking about.
No, that has to be. Maybe that's Halloween Town.
I don't know the reference.
I know, I'm just looking on IMDb. No, Halloween Town is after learning she is a witch, a girl helps save a town full of other supernatural creatures. That sounds pretty dope. I can tell it's made for kids, so I'm not going to watch it.
You want to watch that next?
No. Right, so this kid gets fucking dunked on hard. He's getting no play. Right.
This girl rejects him, so he rides his bike real cool through the town until he hits a cemetery and is picked on by Jay and Silent Bob, or Jay and Ernie, who nickname him Hollywood, and then steal his shoes. He's all upset. He goes to his room. He starts calling his pillow the girl's name from the school, and his sister scares him from out of his closet, and he's like, I told you not to be in here.
Yeah, and his sister's...
I'm a teenager. I'm going through things.
Yeah, his sister's younger than him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
You can't just keep saying you remember and talk about other movies.
But I do remember it. And so when he ends up taking her trick or treating, right?
Yes, he against his will. He didn't want to go trick or treating because he was just forcefully robbed of his shoes, and his parents didn't think to ask him why or what was going on.
Well, this is why we have all like the bullying things these days, because in the 90s it was kind of like nobody gave a shit. I went to school in the 90s. I know what it was like. So he takes her trick or treating, and then they go to the house where that girl's having a party, right?
Yes, the girl who earlier turned him down and said that she loved Halloween, even though he thought it was bullshit.
Dude, that's what I was telling. Yeah, so
they go trick or treating.
Yeah, no, wait. No, I know. When they get to that house, something happens, and then they're like, "Oh, we should let me help you."
I'll tell you what happens.
No, wait, I want to guess. I want to guess. I feel bad that I didn't watch the movie. So he something happens with his sister, right? Or he's like Halloween sucks.
He's like Halloween sucks immediately in this movie, and then.
But I mean,
he doesn't want to take her trick or treating.
His crush's house.
No, he's all about impressing this girl. Okay, because earlier, right before that, during trick or treating, they run into Jay and Ernie again, who are stealing candy from kids. And his sister's like, my big brother will beat you up. And then they laugh because it's Hollywood. And they're like, we just stole his shoes earlier. That kid's a bitch. and then they take the candy and they're on their way. And then he's mad because his sister's crying because he's all embarrassed that he got beat up again by these two kids. And then they go to this big house. And the girl that loves Halloween is all of a sudden bummed out that every year her parents throw a Halloween party and she's stuck on candy duty, even though it's her favorite holiday of all time.
Yeah, no, because she wants to go trick-or-treating, dog. Come on, man.
She's too old for trick-or-treating.
I remember that. But she uses the excuse to go with them, right?
No. He's trying to impress her by saying they should go to the Sanders house, and I guess her parents used to run that it's a museum now.
Oh, and the sister opened something, like a little... right?
No, they go to the little girl doesn't want to go. They go to that house.
What movie am I thinking of? It's so similar.
They go to that house. They read the little signs, turn on a goddamn light. He takes a Zippo lighter, which he uses several times later, and he's trying to impress that girl by acting all cool. And then it says a virgin has to light the black flame candle, and he's like, "Well, I got the Zippo lighter that we use to find the light switch. I'm just gonna turn it on. It's a full moon, man." And then he did it. And then the witches come back. And then they're running from these witches, okay? They meet an undead corpse that used to be the lover of two of those witches that they pulled from the grave to chase these kids down. They try to burn the witches in a kiln at the school. It doesn't work, but they don't check to see if the bodies are burned. They just start celebrating, go home with this talking cat, Zachary Binks, who told them all the things they needed to do to get things done. And then they open the book. The witches see that the book's there. They go steal the kid. They try to suck the life out of the kid. And then one gets turned to stone by stepping on hollow ground. And then the sun comes up and they all explode into dust. They meet Gary Marshall. They'd been dead for 300 years. But they meet Gary Marshall dressed as Satan, and they assume he's Satan. Where were they when they were dead for 300 years? They weren't in hell. They weren't talking to Satan.
They were trapped.
Right?
They were trapped in that virgin candle or whatever.
But we know at least heaven exists, or at least ghosts, because at the end, Zachary Banks is mortally wounded. The witches die, and then his soul is a kid again, and then his sister pops out. But it's a weird scene where they get back together, but it's in like a graveyard. It's so weird.
What? None of what you just said followed any sort of storytelling sense.
I know. I tried to rush through it at the end. So, as they defeat the witches,
Did you fast
the cat
forward?
gets
Did you
hurt.
fast forward through like the last 20 minutes of the movie?
I fast forwarded through the last hour of it, Elliot.
Well, how
It's not
long is it?
important.
It looked only like an hour.
Hour and a half. Yep.
Well, that doesn't sound anything like the movie that I remember seeing.
Please describe your movie.
No, I don't want to. So,
The girl opens something. Go on.
yeah, and then the witches come back. I'm so certain it's this movie, and I just didn't watch this movie because I didn't care to. I was very busy eating. Is there someone in this movie called Calamity something?
No.
IMDb.
There's a musical breakdown of "I Put a Spell on You" that the Sanderson sisters do
Oh, yeah.
at a grown-up party.
Yeah.
Makes all the grown-ups dance forever until they die.
Okay. Now, is that resolved at the end? When the witches die, do we see the adults not dancing anymore, or does does the spell persist?
No, after the witches are gone forever, you see the parents later on walking out in daylight. They all look exhausted and like, wow, this must what a party, huh? They're all dressed up.
Yeah, no, I get it. All right.
The zombie they raised just goes to take a nap back in his coffin, and Zachary Banks' soul is released from that cat, and he's reunited with his sister.
So IMDb is telling me that his name is Thackeray Banks.
Thackeray Banks, yeah, TH.
Yeah, okay. But IMDb is also telling me that someone in this movie is called Calamity Jane. So,
What?
yeah, I guess you didn't
Who?
watch it as closely as you should have.
I watched it this morning. I have no recollection of anyone being called Calamity Jane.
Okay, all right. Well,
This is crazy.
did you watch the secret extended cut, or
I watched the theatrical release.
if I was a witch or a wizard and I was going to punish someone, I wouldn't make them immortal and I wouldn't turn them into a cat.
Yep.
Both of those things sound like they rule.
Yeah, and just like in The Witches, they didn't figure out how to not have them talk. Because that's the worst thing.
Yeah.
Have a guy waiting 300 years that can tell everybody what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
Hey, if you know who the hell Calamity Jane was in Hocus Pocus, go ahead and tweet or email us, okay? What the hell? Right before they die, they turn that guy into a cat and just really make him want vengeance, right? And then he can talk, and then he just helps people defeat the witches. It's crazy. Somehow he knows more about the witches book and everything than he should. I guess maybe he spent a lot of time going to a library or something during that time.
Yeah.
But he spends like 300 years making sure no one lights that candle. And then his line at the end as he's walking, assumably into heaven with his little sister, she's like, oh, what took so long? He said I had to wait 300 years for a virgin to light a candle. And it's like, nah, dog, you were stopping that for like 300 years until you fucked up one night on a full moon. Because how often does a full moon happen on Halloween? You had one fucking job.
If that cat had waited another 20 years, he could have gone on Reddit and found, or he could have gone on Craigslist looking for virgin 2-light candle, please bring gun with 3 bullets.
Yeah, but he didn't want
Get this taken care of.
He didn't want to
real quick.
though.
Why not?
He didn't want to. He was stopping someone from lighting the candle because he didn't want the witches to come back.
Why didn't he just
and,
take the candle and throw it in the
kids.
ocean then?
There's a lot of things that cat could have done that he didn't do.
Magic is fucking stupid. It's so fucking
And
dumb.
literally, all they had to do was wait until that candle burned out, or check to see if their corpses were actually burned in the kiln.
Yeah.
And they didn't.
Wait.
And it was crazy.
So when he lit the candle, the witches were allowed to be back for the duration of time that the candle existed?
They were, and then they had to use a life potion to steal some life force from kids to stay alive longer.
Okay.
And they were working on doing that, but he had stolen the book when the witches came, because the cat's like, get that book and let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Okay.
And there's a lot of witches misunderstanding things of the future, like fire trucks and paved roads,
Yeah.
buses,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, why not just take the candle to the school and put that in the kiln? Boom, done. 5 seconds, melted.
Or they could have just hid the book from them in the 20th century until daylight, when they just turned to dust. Because they didn't have the spell for the life potion. They didn't. They ran. They tried to tell their parents. Their parents were like, witches. Meh. Now, Sean, what about this movie didn't interest you?
All of it.
It's a kid's movie starring Bette Midler.
Yeah. That's a pretty succinct way of putting it, yeah.
It's from 93, so...
Movies from before now can be good. Have you ever seen RoboCop?
Yeah, I have seen RoboCop.
That movie rules. That movie fucking kicks ass. When he says, dead or alive, you're coming with me. That's an awesome line.
It's so brutal when he gets shot up at that convenience store.
Yeah. Have you ever seen RoboCop the musical? Have I shown you those?
No.
There's a YouTube channel. I think it's called Lego Lambs. LEGO LAMBS.
Okay.
And they used to. I don't know what they do now. They haven't done any in a while. But they have a bunch of like 80s movies that they turned into musicals. They have Conan the Barbarian. They call it Conan the Musical. It's pretty funny. I'll send you a link. They're pretty good.
Nice.
There's a RoboCop one. Also really good. Sorry. We
No,
got off track talking about a movie.
I'm excited to watch those.
Yeah, I know.
I'm excited. How long are they? They feature length?
No, they're like 5 minutes long.
Do they sum movies as well as I do, or?
That's a good question. I think it's a different format. I wouldn't want to compare. You summed up this movie so good. I thought it was another one though. So.
Yeah. And then I got real scared. It was taking too long to describe it, and then I just sped right through it.
Yeah.
So. Sean, what was it about the 90s where like it all ended with like the teenager or the guy getting the girl? That was like the whole thing, regardless of what the movie was about.
Dude, that still happens. I don't. That's like a Hollywood staple. They're never gonna stop doing that.
Women are things to be acquired.
Yeah. That is essentially the lesson, and they're never going to stop doing it.
Can we talk about Salem, Massachusetts, turning this thing of men just saying that women were witches so they could murder them instead of having to deal with the consequences of infidelity or annoying neighbors, and how Salem turned it into a whole thing and then an industry that they rely on for their commerce to this day?
Yeah, it's not ideal. I mean, is that what you wanted to hear?
It'd be like if Hollywood just made movies about women being objects.
It's, yeah. I don't know what you want me to contribute here. I mean, our society is garbage. Yeah.
Do they take any responsibility, the town of Salem, Mass, for the wrongdoings that made them so popular?
Probably not.
Is there like a wall with all these women's names on them that they just burned or drowned because they said they made deals with the devils? They were casting things?
There might be. But, like, probably left over from the Salem witch trials, where it was like, here's a wall of piece of shit witches who, like, made deals with the devil. Like, let's remember them forever and how terrible they were.
Remember, Jim's a good guy. He was just bewitched by that slut.
Yeah.
And she turned his son into a toad, probably. That's why he's missing. That's why he's got genital warts. It's the witch did that to him.
Yeah.
Let's kill her. Have you ever been to Salem?
I've probably driven through. I don't go for any of the Halloween stuff that they do.
In protest to how they treated women back in the day?
No, that's not going to accomplish anything. Nobody's going to do anything about it or care. Our society's just total trash garbage. It is. Say something good about our society right now, Jeff.
Candy.
No transitions. This week we ate candy corn.
It's a true statement. I did eat it. Did you already eat it?
Yeah.
That was...
Yeah, I had some.
How'd it go?
It's gross.
Not a fan of candy corn.
Not a fan of candy corn. Not actually really a fan of corn, period, because it's just like fiber.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just like, here, mash this up. Okay, now I guess swallow it. Now that you've made corn paste.
Sean, America's industry is basically corn. I mean, we produce a lot of it. You got to get on this corn train.
I will not. I'm sorry.
Whenever I eat candy corn, I either really enjoy it or I think it's disgusting. But it's not consistent between bags of candy corn. Not consistent between brands. I don't know what's going on.
So, is there a brand that you prefer?
No, I could eat the same brand on different days in different bags and be like, wow, this was gross.
Yeah.
And then the next day be like, wow, I've really enjoyed that. But I can tell that I don't enjoy it as much as I would any other candy because usually I'll get out a handful. I won't go back within an hour or two. You know, some candy I'm just like, well, I better just keep eating that.
Yeah.
Candy corn, I'm satisfied after a handful. It's done.
Yeah, like get me like a Reese's peanut butter cup. Mm-hmm. I'll shotgun those things all day.
All day.
All day long.
I've never seen candy corn on the cob. They've never like pieced it together to be a cob.
You can. I've seen pictures of people doing it. It's like
a
a great internet joke that everyone loves.
Yeah, but they don't sell it like that. Maybe because they don't want you to have half-eaten candy corn cobs hanging around because you're going to get sick of them. We just did straight candy corn as well. We didn't do the fall mix where you can get the pumpkins and the brown candy corn or whatever.
Yeah, it all tastes the exact same. There's like...
It does, yeah.
What brand did you get? And also, if they sold candy corn on the cob, people would put it in like pots of boiling water because they'd think you'd have to like cook it like an ear of corn because our society is garbage. So
They melt it. They melt it.
Yeah.
I had Brax.
Oh, I had
Brax.
the Jelly Belly ones.
Oh, I don't think I've ever had them by Jelly Belly.
Yeah.
But you said they were disgusting, so I'm going to assume that they are.
Yeah. I have had. There's a brand called Zachary.
Yeah, I've had those.
Yeah. I saw those at the store. They come in like a round plastic with the lid that you can pop off.
Yeah. It's a lot of candy corn.
Yeah, they're still gross. Well, that's why I didn't buy that one. Yeah.
What is unsettling about candy corn though is that it's all like this one paste.
Yeah.
But the outside, it's not like they coated it with anything. It feels and tastes like they leave them out to get stale and crusty, and that's what separates that from the inside.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like that's a feature. And then they've got 3 colors for no reason. Have you ever taken corn off the cob? It would literally just be the yellow nub. What is this shape they've decided on?
I don't know. I mean, is that supposed to be the corn all the way through? Like that's the center of the corn, like the cob?
Oh, you're saying instead of like just shucking it off, is it shuck? Instead of just scraping it off the cob, it looks like they cut it into sections. I'm gonna have to try that with corn cob.
Yeah, instead of peeling the corn off the cob.
It's gross.
Yeah, everything about it was gross. I don't know why you made me eat these. Fucking nasty.
This time I enjoyed them, so.
Fucking nasty.
This time I thought they were good, so.
No, and it's just. All right, the Huffington Post is gonna tell me 10 things I never knew about candy corn. Oh, look at that. Jelly Belly has been making candy corn longer than any other running company today. So
oh shit.
I got the classic. Holy shit. They began making it in 1898 in a factory in Ohio. And the company claims that the candy corn was such a success it, quote, carried the company through 2 world wars and the Depression, end quote.
Damn.
Nasty. It has more potential to cause tooth decay than chocolate-based Halloween candy.
It's more likely to cause tooth decay?
Yeah.
I better finish this bag and never get another one.
Because it looks like it's saying just because it's like sugar, it's just all sugar, it just gets right on your teeth and fucking stays there.
Damn.
Candy corn flavored bagels exist. Thank you, Huffington Post, for being a legitimate news source.
I hear that chicken feed was the original name of the candy.
Yeah, candy corn flavored martinis also exist. So
oof. Some people like the taste of it. It really just tastes like pasty sugar to me. Maybe a little vanilla. I don't know.
Nasty. So, what do you think? Top of the shelf, middle of the road, bottom of the barrel?
Middle of the road.
Bottom of the barrel.
Come on. Did you eat all of the candy corn?
Nope.
You still have candy corn left?
Nope.
No.
I had like 5 pieces and then I threw it out.
Oh, you threw it out. Damn, that's unlike you, even for
what am I gonna do? Fucking
candy.
Save it for later? They're little sugar pellets that someone like threw up on. It's fucking gross.
Oh man, though, you get a nice piece of candy corn on top of a cupcake or something, though.
No. That's like saying, oh man, you get a nice little piece of bird shit on top of a cupcake, though. Like, no, I want to like flick it off at somebody.
I was, other than the taste, I was not sure where you were gonna land in this candy because it's not really a chewy candy, but it's just like, I don't know. How would you describe it?
So like when you first bite into it, it's firm, like maybe it's kind of, I guess, like the consistency of a Reese's peanut butter cup.
We can eat Reese's peanut butter cups if you want.
No, no, it's fine. No, it's fine. I'm just, that's just the reference I have.
Have you had a Reese's peanut butter cup recently?
No,
Are you looking for one?
Oh man, I can't
What's
wait.
going on with
Next
you?
time I have one, it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be fucking so good. It has that consistency. Like you bite into it, it's like it's not gooey. It's firm. It's not like breakable. It's just like soft, I guess. But then as you chew it, it becomes like this liquid, grainy sugar swishing in your mouth, and then you gotta swallow that. It always feels like I'm in like a Vietnamese prison camp.
The 5 pieces you ate?
Circa 1968, and like they're forcing this sugar paste on me so that I am forced to survive.
I don't know. You described it, and I had to eat a piece.
Yeah. I heard you digging around that bag. I heard you. It was fucking gross. It was gross. Why would you do that to yourself?
I'm gonna finish this bag. Not today, obviously, because I can only go through like 8 at a time, and then I'm done for like most of the day.
Yeah, because your body goes, "Hey, dog, that's poison. Please stop. Hey, could you stop, please? I'm trying to like run body systems here and stuff, and please stop."
Tell you described it in a way that sounded disgusting, but it brought me back to him. I'm in. Is there a candy more associated with Halloween than candy corn?
I don't think so. It used to be a summertime candy. Right. I already closed the Huffington Post link, but I skimmed past that number. Also from that link, they make ones that are like Christmas colors.
Yep, they make Christmas colors. They make Easter colors.
Yeah.
They have ones for Thanksgiving and 4th of July. They're really pushing this on us. Government didn't buy them, put them into soldiers' bags, right?
I didn't see anything about them forcing it on soldiers, but let's find out. No, I don't see anything.
Yeah. They estimate 20 million pounds of candy corn are sold annually.
Like, it's just like, why doesn't Congress outlaw it? And then we can save those resources for literally anything else. Seriously. Like, how much sugar is that's wasted on this fucking the worst garbage in the world?
I bet you could melt it down and make real food out of it.
You know what? I bet you could melt them down and turn them into bullets and just get a candy gun and shoot yourself in the mouth with them.
Why lately is the candy segment always ending in somebody just shooting themselves?
I don't know. Hey, maybe you know you can't shoot yourself with is a delicious, flavorful Reese's peanut butter cup.
These discs fit perfectly in your mouth. Melt at the ideal ratio.
Too big to choke on and not small enough to shoot yourself with. It's Reese's peanut butter cups. It's just a little musical sting that if the company wants, they can use.
It's good. It's good for a blurb on a bag. You know?
I'm coming back around to fake advertisements. I think we should do fake advertisements for the candies that we talk about. Candy corn, it's just like a bullet in the mouth.
Yellow, orange, and white still tastes like shit.
Yeah.
Candy corn.
All right, I was wishing that would rhyme.
I didn't know where I was going with it, you know. I panicked because you had such a quick one that I wanted to try one. I'm too hopped up on candy corn to think straight. I had to be up early to watch a movie. Okay, all right.
I had to get up early to watch Hocus Pocus from 1993. Catch it now on Betamax and VHS.
People, all right, I know we're in the candy. People love Hocus Pocus.
Do they?
They love it. Fucking people love it.
Do they?
Yeah.
Jeff?
Yeah.
Jeff?
Ask any of your any of your cool.
Do they really?
Ask any of these cool 20 to 30-year-olds, and they have fond memories of it. They talk about it. You'll probably find somebody has a Hocus Pocus tattoo you didn't know about. Fucking love it.
Dear Google, do people really like Hocus Pocus?
Well, you do that, I'm just going to eat another piece of candy corn.
Yeah, well, there's an article on Jezebel, which is part of the Gawker network, isn't it? So it's basically garbage. It's called "Please Leave Hocus Pocus Alone." Oh, she's saying that it doesn't need to be remade. You can't reimagine it.
Oh.
Because
see, you know why? Because it's beloved. They're worried about it.
Yeah, she's struggling with the idea of seeing anyone else and having it the unfortunate rodent teeth dentures Bette Midler wore as Winnie.
They could still reprise those roles themselves.
Okay, the sentence right before the one I read you was, I can't imagine Bette Midler, Kathy and Jimmy, and Sarah Jessica Parker agreeing to reprise their roles as the Sanderson sisters. So...
Why? What are they doing right now? It's so great.
I don't know what Bette Midler's ever done that's so great, and that goes double for Sarah Jessica Parker, so...
She did Square Pegs.
What is that?
It was an 80s TV show where she was in high school.
Who?
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Okay.
I don't remember her character's name.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you sure it wasn't Calamity Jane?
You son of a bitch. Listen, find the scene starring Calamity Jane in Hocus Pocus. I'll watch it, but I doubt it since you couldn't make it 5 minutes into the fucking movie.
It was so bad, dude. You can't help it. I had to. It was like reflexive.
Man, I shouldn't have brought this candy corn up here.
You're just eating it. You're just shotgunning it.
Yeah. One after another. Sean, what's your fondest memory of candy corn or Hocus Pocus?
Hocus Pocus, I remember earlier actually in this episode, you remember when I flawlessly recalled in detail the entire plot because I've seen it before? I liked that. And candy corn, actually, I think it was yesterday. My favorite memory is of throwing the bag out and knowing I didn't have to eat the rest of it. What's yours, Jeff? What's your favorite memory of candy corn and or Hocus Pocus?
I think my favorite thing about candy corn, I don't know if I have a favorite memory, is that when dumbass kids will put them in the front of their mouth and make them look like vampire fangs.
Ugh. Do they stick them on their teeth?
Yeah, like between their gums and their lips.
So they just rub sugar directly onto their teeth.
You know it.
Jesus.
My fondest memory about Hocus Pocus is saying, hey, do you want a podcast today? And he said, yeah, but I didn't watch that movie and I'm not going to.
I'm not going to have the time. I had a busy week.
That was pretty good. I like that.
I had a busy week. It's not my fault. You picked a movie I literally couldn't watch.
Any other thoughts on candy corn?
I wish they'd stop making it, and I think everybody involved in its production should be in jail, and people who like it are probably borderline psychopaths. Should be dragged out into the stables and shot in front of horses and zebras.
Would you rather see them stop making circus peanuts or candy corn first?
Do they make circus peanuts? They just like find them.
They just appear randomly.
Yeah.
They're not made anymore.
Didn't we talk about this? Did we talk about circus peanuts already? I think we did.
Yeah, we did an episode of circus peanuts.
Did we already talk about them teleporting in?
Mm-hmm.
That sounds very familiar to me.
Yeah.
But my memory is just awful.
We talk about how many Matt Stoney could eat.
How much candy corn do you think Matt Stoney could eat?
I don't know. He impresses me more and more. I would say.
Really? Really?
I'm sorry. The audience, the listening audience should know that I am easily impressed.
Fair. All right.
I think he could take down an average size bag of candy corn, maybe like a pound or more.
You think he could eat a pound of candy corn?
Yeah, I think so. Matt Stoney?
Yeah. Okay.
I think so.
All right.
He's known for eating a lot of stuff. You know, he's not like a picky eater kind of guy, right?
No, I don't think he's picky about a lot. I mean, he like competes professionally in eating contests, so it seems like maybe his life got away from him a couple years ago.
We make fun of it, but I haven't competed professionally in fucking anything.
So, if you were going to compete professionally, would you do it with an eating contest?
No, because I'm a picky eater.
Exactly.
What things do you think you could beat Matt Stoney at?
Love. I think if we competed for the same woman, as though she were a prize, I would win her.
Well, that's not fair. You're so charming.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. I guess that's the competition, I've always been involved in. Just how charming can I be?
What's more useless, candy corn or a gingerbread house? Have you ever seen anybody eat a gingerbread house? They just make them and then you don't eat them.
Well, no, I think a gingerbread house is more useless because, you go through all this trouble to construct a house that nobody lives in and nobody eats.
Yeah, it's a waste.
Like, gingerbread men don't live there.
I think that's why they keep candy corn around, because it's something to decorate those houses with.
I mean, as far as I know, gingerbread men are just all living off the welfare system. You know what those people are like.
You know how gingerbread people are.
Gingerbread people are. Ugh. I say send them back to the oven.
Whoa.
No, I'm taking a hard line.
My father didn't work hard so that gingerbread people can just lay about on platters and inside cookie jars waiting to be eaten.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a hardline stance. Gingerbread cookies, disgusting.
You know what's even more disgusting is watching these bored housewives just spread cream all over these gingerbread men. Just right on the kitchen table. It's disgusting. I'm creeped off that I said it like that.
Creeped off?
Yeah.
Creeped off, crushing you down. I'm learning so many sayings from you.
What?
Creeped off.
Crushing you down?
Who says creeped off?
I don't remember this one.
You remember when we were starting the podcast and I asked you how you were liking it? You said you hated it. It was crushing you down.
Oh yeah, that makes total sense.
No, you're creeped off by the sensual act of decorating gingerbread men.
Creeped off.
Where did you pick up creeped off from?
Remember.
Is it a millennial thing that I need to learn?
It's probably from a TV show.
Bazinga.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
This is Heads Up, Jeff and Sean creeping off.
No, it's not as funny as popping off.
Sean, do you like gingerbread cookies? I mean, you kind of left me in the wind just to say that they are terrible, and you didn't defend them.
They're okay.
What about a gingerbread cookie decorated exclusively with frosting and candy corn?
Then no. How is that like a difficult decision?
It wasn't.
A thing you're okay about, covered in things you have expressly hated very recently. Yeah, of course not.
Well, you know how sometimes two things that are okay when put together are amazing, you know?
No. Give me 4 examples.
But Holly wanted to get your opinion on something on the podcast.
Whoops. It sounded like I asked for 4 examples. And you're trying to cruise past. And if you just remembered that Holly wanted to ask me a question, we could do that later.
Okay, 4 examples of 2 things that are okay that are great together.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
4 examples.
Start with 1. What did Holly want my fucking opinion on? That she can't pick up her phone and text me herself. This is my new segment, On Blast, with Sean Ryder. Holly's on blast. Let's hear it.
She saw that, I think, Taco Bell was making a Kit Kat quesadilla, and she wanted to know how you felt about that.
God is dead. Only heaven is a myth. Hell definitely exists, and it's creeping closer every day.
Because I'm pretty sure they're basically just putting Kit Kats in between flour tortillas
Yeah.
and then melting them,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, if I wanted to eat like I was a poor college student, who wants that? No one would want that.
You're telling me you don't have ramen in the house?
I don't. What? What do you think their next thing is? They're gonna put some Kit Kats in between just like two sloppy pieces of chicken.
You're making fun of it now, but if it was a Reese's peanut butter cup quesadilla, you'd be all over it, you piece of shit.
This is our Chit Kat. It's chicken and Kit Kat, two great flavors that are only okay individually, but they're great together. No, I don't want to eat chicken in Reese's peanut butter cups.
It's not. It's just a flour tortilla with Kit Kats in it.
What? Like, I don't understand. Why? Why?
Because they're thinking outside the bun.
Okay. So all that tells me is that the buns are too expensive for them to make. They're not making enough profit on the buns, so they're just jamming candy into tortillas now.
Yeah, I mean, think of it like a crepe. You know, you have dessert crepes, right?
Yeah, and they're gross. All crepes are disgusting. They're sad pancakes. Get me started on crepes.
Well, it would be like a fried Kit Kat, right? Because they just basically put that in dough and deep fry it.
I guess.
People like that.
Well, whether or not people like it doesn't matter.
They're a capitalist enterprise. I think that's all that matters.
Well, people like going to white supremacist rallies, judging by the fact that they have rallies at all. So what? So what? That doesn't make it valid.
No, but that means there's a demand in tiki torches.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just saying that I think Taco Bell is going after the exact same demographic that white power rallies are going after.
Taco Bell, hit us up if you'd like official paid sponsorship. Taco Bell, they're basically the same as a white supremacist rally.
Are you white and think only your ethnic group should rule? Come on down to Taco Bell and tell us all about it.
They used to have a slogan that involved border.
It's borderline. Was that it?
Here's the line if I'd remembered it. It's run for the border used to be their thing, so.
Really?
Yeah.
That used to be? Okay.
Taco Bell, you'll love our food and make them run for the border. Is that better?
No. I guess I'm glad they're selling this Kit Kat.
Quesadilla.
Kit Katadilla.
You're glad they're selling it.
Yeah.
That way you can see who's talking about it and eating it and just never talk to them.
Hey, well, no. Get them in prison. Send them to jail. Send them to human jail for food crimes. We'll catch them all in one net.
Is there such thing as food crimes?
There's going to be. As soon as I seize
Really?
power, everybody's going to be eating green peppers and Reese's peanut butter cups and pasta on Fridays. And that's it.
Can I throw one of their earliest slogans at you?
Throw it at me.
Ding dong tacos.
That can't be it. That can't be it.
Yeah, up until 1978.
That sounds like they're coming at you in your house. That's awful.
Oh shit! They don't even use think outside the bun anymore.
What is it now?
It's live mas.
What does that mean?
It means live more.
Okay, but by eating candy in a tortilla shell, you are expressly not doing that. How much cheese do they put on this?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, let me look it up. Let me look up this whole.
How much mayonnaise?
This whole.
Just gobs of mayonnaise.
It's not mayonnaise. It's queso.
No, sure. It's fucking Kit Kat salad is what it is. Get that bullshit out of here. Why? Now I'm sad. I was gonna end on a high note, and then your question coming at us from Holly. Thanks a lot. I'm bummed out. I just think that I should be appointed like morality czar, and then I'll dig a big pit in the middle of the country, and just people that do things like sell Kit Kat quesadillas or buy Kit Kat quesadillas or say ding dong tacos have to go live in this pit. That's where you go. You go to the sad pit and you have to stay there until I think you've learned your lesson.
Sean, that sounds like a lot of power for one man.
I'll use it wisely.
Will you give it back when it's no longer needed?
It's always going to be needed, so no. And the job lasts for my entire life.
You're like a judge, right? You're appointed for life.
In much the same way that Judge Dredd was a judge, yes. Yes. I would be appointed for life. I would pick my successor. There would be, we'd call it the court of the pit, and you could appeal your case.
Nice.
You don't get the help of a lawyer. You have to tell me why you don't belong in the pit. I serve as the only judge on the court. I should have mentioned that.
Sounds like you're judge, Judy, and executioner. Is that?
Oh boy.
Is that?
That's about it for us here at Heads Up. if you want to email us, we have an email, and the email address that you can type into the recipient bar of the email after when you're composing it. That address is headsuppod@gmail.com. Except when I said at and dot, you want to use the symbols, the at symbol, and then the dot, which is a period. It's right above the right-hand Alt key on most keyboards.
What about software keyboards?
I don't know. What is that?
It's like not a real keyboard.
No.
It's like on a phone.
Okay.
The touchscreen.
Okay.
Just pulls up a keyboard.
Okay.
But it's not like a hardware keyboard.
Well, then the at and the period are probably both on the second. Like, you just press the thing for the symbols. I can't teach you how to use a fucking phone right now. All right, we have an Instagram and a Twitter. I don't use either or ever look at them. Jeff's on top of it.
I mean, we've never once got a correction to any of those locations. So I'm going to assume that we're 100% right about opinions and facts about most everything we've ever said. So
Sounds good. Now, I have a question. First of all, the Twitter and the Instagram are @HeadsUpPod. If you want to HMU, which is kid speak for hit me up. I guess it would be HUU for hit us up.
If you want to HU, if you want to hit up, heads up.
Oh man, that's even better. That's good. That's good. That redeems the time you tried to have that advertisement on the spot because mine was so great. You couldn't do it. No. Yeah, that's it for us. Did you want to add anything before we?
No, I mean you covered it.
No.
You know, you nailed it.
This has been the Heads Up podcast. Actually, I think we call it Heads Up with Jeff and Sean. I'm Sean.
I'm Jeff.
And we're popping off.
Toodles.
This fucking pervert's looking at old men riding zebras. The question I wanted to ask is, since Holly doesn't listen to the program anymore, how is she gonna get this answer?
She does.
I feel like you
She
told
does
me
listen to
last
it.
week that she doesn't. That she was like surprised that we were still doing it.
She heard that.
Yeah.
She heard you say that.
Yeah.
Then she questioned me, and I said I didn't say that. Or I didn't say it.
All right.
Okay.
All right.